Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here at businesswithtrading.com, doing a market analysis and key level video for the week beginning the 12th of July. And this week is going to be pretty interesting, at least that's what my initial analysis is at the moment. I kept these support and resistance levels on the chart from prior weeks just to show what we're looking at, and also there's really no reason to change them when they're working. So this was called in mid-June, and you see, we had support hold here, and all throughout this area in the first week of July, it held. We also had this resistance level called towards the end of June, which was would have been on this video, so the 28th of June. So this resistance level actually did hold. So this week, what we are going to look for, and I think that price is going to continue higher. It can pull back from here, from current levels, and in that case, I would watch 56 to 57.75. So I would keep an eye on that area. It doesn't mean, price can always come below it and come right back above. I would consider that holding. Nothing with the market is 100%. Everything is going to be, I don't want to say everything's going to be a gray area, but everything's going to have some play. Like this 2080 resistance area. It didn't quite get here, but it did reject. Didn't quite get here, but it did reject. Same thing over here. This support, we had bottom support down here. We'll just call it 33 for argument's sake. It did support higher, 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 higher. So nothing is 100%. Nothing ever is going to be, nothing has ever been. So anyway, if it does pull back, we're going to keep an eye on this. If it continues higher, we're going to keep an eye on 2080, because once it gets above there, and we'll watch 375, as just an intermediary level, but above 2080, it should be able to break through this, without much struggle. And we're going to keep an eye on 2091 to 2099 half. You can call it 2100, but it is what it is. So that's what I'm going to be watching for. From hitting this area, we should see a little bit of a pullback, and that's when 2065, 2064 half will have a little bit more prominence. So we'll keep an eye on from this all the way down to 56. That will be our support level, assuming it does come up here and then get some rejection. I think right now coming up, it should get some rejection in here. If it does actually get above this, which I don't think it will, but markets change, they do different things, and just in case, I would look at 2108 as being resistance that should turn it to a pullback. So that's kind of what I'm watching. And if it did get above there, I would think 2118 would end up being end up being resistance. But getting above this area here, I would have to think that this market is going to go much higher, in the coming weeks. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll have to keep an eye on things to see what actually does transpire. But it should be a very fun week, so I'm definitely excited about it. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. You can always add to the comment section below. If you have something that you're seeing that I didn't talk about, feel free to add. We can have a conversation about it. If you just like the video, I would encourage you to like and share it. I would definitely appreciate that. It would get the content out, and more people would be able to hopefully gain some insight or just get some helpful information. So with that, thanks for watching. Have a great trading week, everyone, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.